oh, your mother's French. Ooh. Anyway, my poor mum, she put an advert in the local paper offering French lessons and help with French letters and things like that. And she didn't really know that French letters is an English slang for condoms. Dear, oh dear. And we got loads of strange phone calls in response to my mum's advert. And one day, I remember when I was little, we were walking through Soho. We were going to Leicester Square to watch a film, and we were going to see the film premiere, and I must have been quite young, about 7 or 8 years old. And I saw these doorbells in Soho, and it said French lessons and French oral lessons and things like that. And I said to my dad, oh, there's an awful lot of French teachers in this area. And he said, no, I don't think they teach French. I think it refers to something else. And he couldn't tell me at the time, but these were sex workers. At the time, the code for being a sex worker was to offer French lessons. And that's why my poor mum, when she offered French lessons in the local paper, got all these weird phone calls. Yeah. Bizarre, isn't it, this attitude? You know. And then years later, my mum trained to be a teacher. And she went to Warhol College. And my mother, she spoke with a very strong accent for many years, and she could barely speak English perfectly, maman. But she got the highest marks in English on her year, and she got a distinction in English, and we were terribly proud of her. And what it was she had a special insight, a different perspective. Being French, she saw things differently, and she's a brilliant linguist, my mum, actually. And she saw English literature, she had a different angle. So she got more marks, you see, and she had a different appreciation from just seeing it head on like that. Being French gave her an advantage, and she got very, very high marks, which is lovely, isn't it? Anyway, she got her first teaching job, and she went to a Roman Catholic school, which was at the time run by nuns. And the nuns were delighted to have a French lady. They rubbed their hands together and said, at last, we have a French person. We've got somebody who can do the sex education at our school. And my mum had to do all the sex education. And she said, what has it got to do with being French doing sex education? So there you are. That's a true story. And bizarre, isn't it? Why do the British have this sort of code name, for French lessons being sex, French letters being condoms? Bizarre. You are crazy. Anyway, there's a little joke that the Swiss say about the British. They say, in Britain, the toilet doors open inwards and you can barely get in. Why do they open inwards like that? And they say it's because when the lock breaks, you can put your foot on the door and stop other people coming in. But of course, in Switzerland, they open outwards, and if the lock breaks, we fix it immediately. So maybe that sums us up, that we don't fix things. Anyway. Au revoir. I hope you found this interesting, Uncle Albert and Auntie Edna. And à bientôt, Tonton Henri. Albert, I should say. Okay, bye-bye.